Hello everybody, this is Abraham and Usher Computer Services. The summer is coming, and if you have kids, most likely your kids would love to go on a zip line. I have a project for you. It is cheap, especially if you have some of the parts available in the house. If you have a playground, you might already have these parts. These are fairly expensive. The kit with the gym rings, they're called. If you have the playground, like I said, you might already have those, and you might already have the chains for them. So if you have this, then the project will be really cheap. I got the parts list here. So let's see. The gym rings are $24. Everything else, as you can see, is $1, $2. The other expensive thing on here is the rope, the metal rope, that is $12. I'm sure you can find some online. I just went and bought it at the hardware store. Online, I'm sure you can find these cheap. Now, the key components here, there's only 3 parts, okay? Everything else is extra, and it's up to you. 4 parts, more or less, but 3 very key, 4th is not as key. That is, so here's the parts list. And the total cost I had is $58.23 before the taxes. And $24 of that are the gym rings. So the key, most important things are these corner brackets and this patio door replacement hardware. They're patio door rollers with bearings inside. Okay, these were not expensive. They were about let me see, $5. Okay, so these were, to be exact, $4.68. And these 3 pieces will make up our bogie that runs back and forth. The other important thing is this tying knot. So your rope is very tight, so you have to anchor this into something. So you unwind it completely from both ends and then anchor it, get your rope around it. And all this other stuff is basically hardware to get the rope through and get it all connected. I have it hanging between 2 trees, and let me see. Okay, draw you what I have. Okay. Mine goes like this. We have a tree here. We have a tree here. What I did was I put in a hook, and I put in a rope over here. Then I have this, I don't know what it's officially called. It is called, I don't know. It's got no name on it. Let's see. I don't know. Turnbuckle. Okay, so turnbuckle. So we got our turnbuckle here. And then I got the rope. And on the other side, I just have the rope going around the tree. So I have lasso. It goes around the tree. I got wooden pieces so the tree doesn't get damaged. I just surrounded the tree with scrap wood and just lassoed it around. Now this one, the hook is dangerous. Probably better thing to do to have a lasso on this end. But if you do use the hook like I do, make sure you close or use some kind of closed hook so it doesn't unravel when bogie goes on, kids ride on it. So the bogie will look like this. right? And you have the kids running like this. So I'll show you how to make this piece. This is the critical part. Anchoring, that's up to you. Okay, so let's do it. And you will be surprised at my invention on how simple this could be. So this roller comes with screws and nuts and everything we need. Okay. Now these, let me show you the size, they're 6-inch corner brackets. And the holes on the inside, let's see how big the holes are. There are about 1, 2, 3, 3/8, I would say. So let's see, is there I don't know, there is no screw sizes, but interesting enough, these screws fit right in, so I don't really know what the sizes are. I never really needed to know that. There is only one trick. These screws have a little stoppers on them. Okay, they're round on the outside, square on the inside. These have for the hidden screws, so they're beveled. Okay, so you have to make sure that the screws goes into the beveled side, not into the flat side. If you do that, everything fits perfectly. Okay, then we put our wheel on. Now this one we have to put the other way, so flat side out, and just tighten the knot. Okay. What you want to do once this whole thing is assembled is you want to take something hard and pound on it here so that this screw gets flattened. You will not damage the bearing because, as you can see, it sticks out, and you will not seize the wheel, but this will not unwind by itself. Okay, so we have this bogie, and let me just use pliers to tighten this. Now all this is temporary. Okay. Now this is steel, and if we talk about kids' weight, this will support my weight, and I'm not light. Okay. Kids, no problem. So on this, we're gonna hang our chain. Okay. Well, before we hang the chain, yeah, that's fine. Then we put the second put the second screw in, or bolt I should say. Alright, so now we have the most important piece in place. Right. So all that's left to do is thread our rope. Okay, I'll show you in a minute how it works and some of the pros and cons of this system. Alright, so now we've got a very nice rolling bogie on the rope. Okay, and of course you just hang the gym bars on the bottom, but this is the most important thing. Kids absolutely love it, and it works. Now here's the problem with this system. The rope I used at home has plastic covered, it's plastic covered. It's good, but not for very long. Plastic got damaged, and I basically just ripped it off. This one I'm recommending is not covered by plastic. It does not rust. Mine has been hanging for several years and it hasn't rusted, so this will work just fine. The only problem here is because you're running metal on metal, it makes a lot of noise, but it's not really problem for kids, so they don't see this problem because it makes a lot of noise and they love noise. So as you can see, ooh, I don't have it tied very well. As you can see, this system works beautifully, and I thought I would share with everybody what I have in the yard and what my kids enjoy a lot. You know, when they have a party, this is the most popular thing. I run it about 25-30 feet, so I got a rope that's 50 feet. I had enough to lasso around the tree for all the connections and everything. So let me take it off and show you again. So there you have it. Now this thing is more or less open at the bottom. Okay. So you can actually thread the rope, basically just put it over, so you don't have to thread the rope through it, because once you have all the ends and all the connections in place, it won't go through as well as you wish. So this is how you have to do it. Okay, you put this on like this. Okay, I don't want to teach anybody how to do this, but then you tighten it with these things. So this will give you a very good slip-free connection, and then you could just lasso it around the tree. See, this one goes, but once you put this thing on it, it won't go through. So that's why it's nice to be able to oops, to basically put the bogie over the rope, just like that. And if you play with it, it'll go through. So hopefully, okay. As you can see, I don't like editing videos. This is just straight through what I show you. I hope this answers questions, or if you do have questions, you can ask. I'll answer as best as I can. But as you can see, safety-wise, we're dealing with kids who are fairly light. We're dealing with very thick metal here. Metal here. Everything is metal. All you have to do is make sure you pound on this so it doesn't unscrew by itself. And the rope is metal. So as long as you anchor it very well, this is a very safe system. We were at the gym, and that's how I came up with an idea, and I have gone through very many iterations. This is the best and simplest one that I have found. At the gym I saw they had the plastic wheels. That was the only niceness about it, that it was quieter. But quiet is not really a problem. They scream so much that and I can hear them whizzing by. So as long as it's whizzing, I know it's working. So quiet is not really a big problem. But safety is, and safety is important. As you can see, this thing is extremely simple. Literally, 3 parts as far as kit goes, but really 4 parts. You got 2 wheels, 2 brackets, and the rest you might find around the house. So there you have it. Your own zipline. Kids will love it. I guarantee it. And it goes fast. After a little bit of time, just use some oil, oil the bearings. They are open bearings, but because this thing is designed to work for a patio door, it's designed to be in, dealing with the elements, so it's not really corroding. I don't have my thing corroding, and it's outside and it's been there for a few years, like I said. Beautiful system, very simple. Honestly, this will cost you this part about $10. So just unscrew it and show you all the parts involved. Let's see. Oh, of course, I unscrewed it from the wrong side. So on my system, I don't have it going in like this. On my system, I actually use these things. I just had a few spares. I mean, you can go wild on this. And for simplicity reason, I showed here to do it this way. But honestly, it doesn't go all the way. So the balance is going to be slightly off. Not a big deal. But this will go all the way down. You got to use two of them. And basically then you hang your whatever you want down on there. You can use a chain, you can use a rope. I like metal. Metal is safe, and metal will show you that it's failing before it's actually failing. So if you see the system rusting, just replace the rusty parts. So here's again, we got two corner brackets, we got a wheel, we put the screw in, we put the knot on it. Okay, we assemble the second side. Okay, so the key component is, let's get the actual price on there. The key component is two brackets at $169 each and rollers at $468. So $338 plus $468, less than $10. Okay, $10 with taxes. This is all that you need for the zip line. Everything else is extra. Well, of course you're going to need the line itself, but the length and where you get it, all that is, how you anchor it is also up to you. So I can say that for a few years I have this thing working in my yard and not a problem. So here's what I was saying. Once you have your line in place, okay, it's anchored at both ends, this thing, all you have to do is just put it on. See? And it will not go upside down no matter how bad you try. Also, once you have the hardware anchored here, it actually doesn't let the thing slip off of it. So that's the system. That's a zip line. And it works fine. I've tried system with one roller. What happens is, as kids go down the slide, it starts going this way, damaging everything. So it took me, like I said, it took me quite a while to break the secret on this, and this is what I came up with. Oops. So there you go. Homemade zip line. Main component under $10. The whole thing, if you need all the parts, will probably cost you about $60. Thank you for watching.